Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yellow Truck channel. Hope you guys are having fun watching me play American Truck Simulator. I'm having a blast. I love this game. I don't know why I like it better than Euro Truck Simulator, because I really like Euro Truck Simulator, but for some reason, even though there's less stuff in here, maybe because it's home, I don't know. I love the desert. If I could live, my wife hates the desert. If I could live somewhere, I would live in the desert. She wants to move to Hawaii. I don't know. No, Hawaii's awesome, but it's so expensive to live there, and my internet would suck. So it'd be like no more World of Tanks anyway. If we did that, you know, I don't know.
You can do that. I'm not. If we move anytime soon, I'm not coming with you guys. I'll stay here.
Okay, fine.
Islands suck. I hate islands. So we got tropical
I guess we're going to LA. What else we got? San Francisco. We could go to Primm. You know what? Let's just go to Primm, Nevada. I like the idea of. I don't want to wait. Actually, this is the higher dollar one of all of them. Plasta and Sons. But it's lower pay. But I haven't been down this route before, so it'd probably be a good idea to go through. We'll go through Pioche and through Las Vegas. We've been through Las Vegas, but all right, there we go. Not on this game anyway. So we're gonna go to the stairway. We're doing good on gas. And we're doing good on, not doing so good on sleep, but we're going to push the limits. We're going to take it to the limit. We just need to get into town. Honestly, I probably need to sleep before I pick up another job, which sucks because that means the day is going to go away. Maybe I'll sleep for a day and a night so we can actually play during the day. Or I can just run tired. I don't think in this one, like the European Truck Simulator, I haven't gotten fined yet for like going way over my sleeping period. I just keep driving and driving and driving, and I haven't gotten fined yet. But maybe eventually you do. If somebody's gotten there where you actually get fines, let me know. In the European Truck Simulator, it's heavy fines, and for each one it gets worse and worse. You know, they're probably a lot pickier than we are about. They check logbooks here though too. I mean, truckers do get in trouble for not, you know, recording miles. I've obviously been through this city on have I? Or maybe this is Ellie or Eli or whatever. I think it's Ellie. No, that'd be two L's. What E-L-Y? What do you think, Ryan? E-L-Y. You think it's Eli or Ellie? It's probably Ellie with the Y. Yeah, but Eli is E-L-I. We'll pronounce it Elia. We'll go right down the middle. Elia. What the Elia? I was watching, Mark and I were playing Call of Duty World at War with his buddies, and it was fun. But then we went, you know, we started off doing the co-op, which I really like. I like doing co-op games. But then they're like, hey, let's go on the one guy couldn't connect. Oh, yeah, we've been here before. There's Midriff Girl. And then, so he's like, well, if we go on to the online servers, then we'll be able to connect. So then we end up, you know what, guys? It's so funny. I can do okay at World of Tanks, but the shooters, I'm too old. They're too fast for me. And there's guys on there that have been playing them for like 10 years. It just ends up being a very frustrating experience for me. So, anyway, we played like 2 or 3 multiplayer matches, and I was like the bottom guy on every freaking game. I'm like, ugh. When we were playing the co-op mode, I was the top player, but I just can't do the multiplayer online. It's too fast. That's so funny. Look at the historic Hotel Nevada. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to go to sleep here. I'll be right back. Oh, you can ride along with me for the sleepy seep. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Oops, so tired. Fell back asleep. Okay. So just for you, I advanced time right in the middle of the night, but it'll get, by the time we pick up a job, it'll be morning, because the sun's going to be coming up in about 2 seconds here. Though it looks like it's going to be a rainy day. All right, so let's take a look here at the job market. What do we got? We checked out the one, but it's probably gone by now, which it is. So, but we have a much better, much more... oh, we go in the same route, but this time further. I've never been to El Centro. We could go to Bakersfield or Los Angeles, but no, we're going to take this whatever this thingy is. Looks like a grain tank, actually. At first I thought it was some kind of chemical, but she's a grain tank. She's a grain. It's a Mario. We're going to turn left. It's been raining. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. There should be no traffic. I'm going to stop talking like a Mario. Actually, Mario doesn't talk at all, does he, Ryan?
He does.
In some games, okay. Usually he just goes... What a that whole Mario / Nintendo, I mean, it changed my life. It stole my life. I remember, you know, my cousin and I beat Metroid in one night, man. We got the original Metroid. We beat it in, like, we stayed up all night and we beat it. I remember beating Zelda in maybe 2 or 3 days, but I admit I had to cheat. I had Nintendo Power, and I had to use the map. I got that upper part that's not marked on, like, up by where Ganon is and stuff. It just, we actually penned on it, because the map, when they gave you the map in Nintendo Power, it was missing the upper half of the map, so you had to actually draw in, which was kind of fun, like you were charting it. It was great, such a great game. I had the original Zelda. It came in a gold, like, in the gold packaging with the gold cartridge. What'd you say? No, you could beat it without Nintendo Power. What's that, Ryan? Oh, Zelda 2 required you. Oh my gosh, Zelda 2 was so hard. I don't think that I ever beat Zelda 2. I couldn't beat the Dark Nuts. They sucked. Yeah, like it was like this certain pattern you had to get, and it was really hard. I'm gonna run myself out of air again on my brakes. Be careful. Okay. I forgot to turn my blinker on. Driving like a nutcase. Oh, right here I'm gonna throw a clip in from a couple days ago. By the time you see this footage, it'll be almost a week ago, probably. Of we had our first, finally in the middle of February, we had the first blizzard of the year. Usually we have blizzards like 4 or 5 times at least in the winter, sometimes more, and we always have like lots of snow on the ground. Well, this year we've had, you know, they've said it's going to be a mild winter, and they weren't kidding. It was a very mild winter. We've had almost no snow, and so we had the first blizzard. But I wanted my viewers from the south and maybe from, you know, mid-Europe, where you don't see any snow, what it looks like when you're driving in the snow. It's quite an experience, and it's fun, but it's also a little bit hair-raising. You know, you white-knuckle it a bit. I do have a pretty large minivan, and even though the tires are kind of bald, the thing is pretty heavy, so I really, honestly, I've had a lot of different vehicles, from four-wheel drives to front-wheel drives to rear-wheel drive vehicles, and my minivans, the 2 or 3 that I've had, have always been the best in the snow. Even over, like, I had a Jeep Cherokee, I've had a GMC Jimmy, my mom had a Dodge Durango that I drove. Her Honda Pilot's pretty good, but these are because the minivans have all their weight on the front wheels and it's front-wheel drive, they just seem to do well in the snow. It's pretty hard to put them out. Now, if you're stupid and you drive like an idiot, yeah, I could see you putting a minivan into the ditch, but as long as you're careful, it's pretty easy to drive. So now the XB, on the other hand, we have that Scion Xbox. Yeah, it's like you can't accelerating. I mean, forget it. If there's any snow or ice on the ground, you can't even move the car. It just sits there like. It's so. Now I'm gonna try more aggressive tread next time. The tires that are on there are about 2 years old, and they still have, you know, they're still definitely way past legal as far as like the amount. Oh, speeding. The amount of tread that I have on them, but they're not good in the snow and never have been. The car it's a very lightweight car. Yeah, it's like 3 pounds, and it's just not good in the snow at all, ever, never has been. So I'm gonna put better tires on there and see if we can't get it going a little bit better. But by the time I can afford them, the winter's gonna be over. I think that car set of stickers is probably $250, which isn't too bad, but It's 250 clams that I don't have right now because it's winter. Hi everybody, it's Arthur. Hey, I just wanted to share this with you. Winter has finally arrived. It's almost over. It's middle of February, but we have this going on right now. I'm driving home from a photo shoot that I had today. Thought you guys would like to see this clip. That's yeah, welcome to Cleveland. Now they have less snow here than we have down in Medina, where I live. We are at about, I want to say right now, I think we had about just a little bit under a foot last night. So these roads are, now you can see here, the roads are starting to get bad right here. But yeah, when I came up, I'll get a clip later if I can of the bad roads. But I'm a little leery to use my hands at the same time, so we'll see. Here's the freeway fun. I thought I'd share this with you. Now, the lanes are clear where the tires go. For those of you that live in the South or have never seen a snowstorm before, I got a lot of viewers who live in Europe and who live in you know, the southern regions. They don't ever see this. So I just want to show you. This is a typical bad weather day in northeastern Ohio. And you can see here, my tires are kind of bald, so I could get over, but I don't want to get, these lanes are clearer than the left lanes right now. So I'm going to stay in my lane and I'll slow down. Now this truck is going really slow because we're going uphill. But this is the kind of weather that we get occasionally. It usually lasts for a couple days. Right now we have, oh, there's an ambulance up ahead, or fire truck. I'll let it run for a minute here. But we, you know, usually during the winter we get, you know, probably 10 or 11 of these kind of snowstorms, and it's not a big deal. You just deal with it. But the traffic can be kind of brutal, and I think our neighborhood probably is not plowed, so I'll get a clip there too, and we'll put it all together for you. Sorry that it's the wrong format, but we'll pop it into one of my videos so you can see. But this is a typical, you know, Cleveland area or northeastern Ohio snowstorm. And you can see here the snow still, I don't know, it's less than half a foot, so it's really not that deep. It's drifting though, so we're gonna get, you know, we get kind of deep, but so the accident must be up here on the right. We'll keep the film rolling here for this. My camera's gonna fill up. I don't have a whole lot of space on here. I'll let this guy over. I don't know if I'm gonna run out of film or not. Like I said, I'm pretty low on space here on my camera phone. Probably a car gone off the road. Happens all the time, you know. You see it whenever we have weather like this. People kind of forget how to drive in the snow and they get aggressive, and next thing you know, you got car off to the side here. I'll turn the phone. Hopefully the guy's okay. You know, just pray that these guys, Lord, protect that guy, whatever happened, that he's doing all right now. He's obviously got jerked around there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a pickup truck off in the ditch there. And yeah, it happens. That's what happens in this kind of weather. So, all right, I'm going to get back to driving here. See you in a little bit. This is where it gets fun. So I'm stuck over in the other lane now. I'm afraid to cross back. This lane's pretty clear though. Eventually it becomes a one-lane road up ahead, and this is the main lane, but right now I'm in the fast lane, but nobody's going fast. So, but you can see here, that car is 2 or 3 car lengths in front of me, and there's a car in front of him, and you can't really even see the guy in front of him. So yeah, welcome to, I gotta be careful here. I'm slowing, they're braking, so I'm gonna put my brakes on. So yeah. For those of you in the south, for those of you in the north, you guys see this all the time, but for those of you in the south, this is what a snowstorm actually looks like. All right, see you guys. Hang on, what, Ryan? Never heard money referred to as clams, huh? Well, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. Car zone. Get in the zone. Do-do-do, car zone. So we'll set our cruise control rate at 15,000 RPM. Which brings us to 60 miles an hour. All the people behind us will want us to go faster. Dang it, so now we get to drive back through in the day and it's all crappy yucky. Actually, we're headed south now. We're on 93 heading south. Somebody also wanted me to do this without the GPS. I will have to do that at some point. I don't know that anybody really does that anymore, but in the old days you had to use the, whoa, route symbols. I'm all GPS now, but growing up we didn't have GPS. So when I was a computer technician, I went to pretty much every city in the state of Ohio. And I had to do it all by dead reckoning. There was no, we didn't have GPS back then. You just had to figure out your route and go. So I haven't done that in a long time, though. It's been probably 10 years. Ever since the cell phone became smartphone, you know what I mean? I did have a GPS once, but then I found out that, you know, you had to pay money to them every couple of years to update the data. And I'm like, what? You should do that for free, you know? So I got a cell phone instead that had Google Maps. And from that point forward, I never used the GPS again. Yeah, it's crappy weather for this nice drive, but what are you going to do? Here's Pioche. Now, they always have you route through the city. Last time I came through here, they did the same thing, but I'm not going to do it. We're gonna be rebels. We're going to drive around the city. There's Pioche. It's a little ghost town, little miners town. There's an abandoned Oasis motel. Wow, it's cool. It's all abandoned. There's some kind of grain silo thingy. Definitely grain silo. There's the spigot you drive the tractor under. Some kind of ranch. Or maybe a Branch Davidian compound. There's Area 51 on the left. What'd you say, Ryan? We've been watching Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. But unfortunately, I think they only give you, because it's on the Roku, and I don't really have cable. I just have cable internet. So I think what's going to happen is we're only going to be able to watch the first season, and then we won't be able to watch anymore because they're not unlocked, which sucks. I tried logging in today, but then after like 45 minutes of fighting with it and trying to figure out what the password was, I gave up. Maybe they will, but we'll see. I'm gonna have to now call the cable company and say, hey, I need my password, and then I go on there and they have you enter a code, and so hopefully I'll get a code, but I don't know if they will or not. We'll have to see. What, Ryan? A keygen? No, what I'll do is, because my mom has Cox cable and she doesn't have a computer, I'll register her as me. Isn't that horrible? I'm terrible. But she doesn't use it, so I'll just use it. I'm like, can I use it, Mom? She says yes, I'll do it. My mom will say yes, she doesn't care. She's my mommy. I actually should call my mommy. I miss her. I haven't talked to her for a week or two. I'm a bad son. To help me get a new television. It's crazy how cheap those flat screen TVs are. She got a really little one. We had a hard time finding it. She wanted it for her kitchen table. So it had to be small. Like, she wanted really small. If she could, she would have gotten like a 12-inch or 13-inch television. But the smallest we could find, I think, was like 19. And it was like $70. I'm like, what? You know, of course, it's like a generic. It's an Insignia brand from Best Buy, but... What, Ryan? It worked fine, yeah. So the picture was great. And I bought her... She has her... You know, she lives in my grandparents' house, and it's a really old house. It's like 1928 or something like that. And we bought cable when I was like probably 5 years old. So like, it was a big deal. Nobody had cable when we got cable. It was like my grandpa was like, "Hey, we're gonna try it out and see how it works," and you know, he signed on to it. And this was, I want to say, like 82, 83. I mean, it was early when cable was just like starting to be a thing. I'm sorry, what, honey? Yeah, it was a baby technology. So it's like 12 stations. So anyway, they had all the cable running to the house like in 1982, and the cable was starting to go bad. So my mom, you know, wanted to have a TV downstairs, and they upgraded to these new digital cable boxes. as you guys know, I'm sure everybody had to go through that. So if you wanted cable TV, look at behind us in that mirror, that sun like blazing down. It's so cool. Wow, this is just totally out west, gorgeous. I love it. I want to live out here. Anyway, so she got the new box, and the box upstairs worked fine, which is where her main television is, but yeah, slow down here. But the box downstairs in the kitchen would not work. It wouldn't connect up. So, and then her TV was just, it just doesn't have the connectors. Like, there's no HDMI connector, there's no nothing. So I said to my mom, you know, let's just get a new TV and we'll get you an antenna. Yeah, her TV, that's why she wanted a small TV. The TV that she was replacing was like a 13-inch tube television from like, maybe like 1991, 92. Like, I think she got it my last year of high school. And it lasted that long. It was an Onkyo. Onkyo. No, Onkyo. So anyway, it was a long-lived television, but it had no inputs on it. I'm like, well, your antenna's going to need, and of course then it ended up having a coax cable, but to get the HD channels, you have to have a newer television. So I said, well, we can look at that. There's, is that SETI? Is that the SETI ranch with all the satellite dishes listening for aliens that aren't out there? I think they said in all the years that they've done it. Oh, hey, was that a Raptor? That looked like a Raptor. That was the F-22. I think that was a Raptor. What, Ryan? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's only the one of the, that's the only funny thing about these all the simulator games. The train sim does it, the farm sim does it. They think that airplanes and stuff fly over like every 2 seconds. Well, if you're by an airport, you see, jumbo jets and stuff landing, or jets landing, but in general, you don't see airplanes like every 2 seconds as you're driving, but they want to throw those animations in to give it some, quote-unquote animation / realism. I get it, I think it's funny. But, yeah, it is, I don't want to say it's rare to see fighter planes out west. Every time I've been out west, I've seen at least one fighter plane. Usually, they're way up in the sky. One time I heard a sonic boom, and there's something just flew over the top. Oh, there's like a stunt plane or something. Did you see that? Oh yeah, and but that should be F-16s if it was Nellis. Nellis Air Force Base is near Las Vegas, so there's a big Air Force. That's their main Air Force base. Is where the Thunderbirds and all the F-16s fly out of. They do their training missions and stuff there. There he is. Yeah, it's a stunt plane. Look at that. Is he supposed to be crop dusting? I don't see me. Oh. Sorry, I was watching the airplane and I missed the exit. Alright, we'll have to get turned around up here. Get out of the way. Oh, boogers. Well, we're doing fine on time. I mean, it's not like, oh, look, they gave me another route that's like 10 times longer. Let's see. Let's look at the map. What damage has been done? Oh, no big deal. We could take 15 through Las Vegas, or we can go this back route, but either way, we're going to end up going through LV, so we're okay. No big deal. It'll probably take us down a slower speed limit road here. Oh yeah, look at it. Okay. I'm all over the place tonight. I know I was talking about something and I totally forgot what it was. It's because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. And then Ryan was adding to the conversation. He's left now though because Mark called. So anyway, I was talking about something, but hopefully it's not that important. I don't remember. Oh, so anyway, they were saying that they did actually, at one point, receive, for like 20 or 30 seconds, a signal from somewhere else. We did actually hear some kind of broadcast signal that was never picked up again. And so, but like the girl, there was another lady, we were watching this Ancient Alien special, and the next girl was like, we know that, in all the searching that we've done, we've only looked at, like, if you can imagine space being the ocean, we've looked at like one champagne cup full of water, like so far. Like that's how much we've actually been able to explore. That's pretty red. Yeah, dang it. I thought I would make it, but I didn't. Oh well, $700 down the drain. Happens to me all the time. Took a risk, paid the price. What's a good episode without a ticket, right? So anyway, I don't know. It's a pretty funny show. I don't know about funny, but I like watching it. It's an interesting idea, but some of the things are just like the assumptions that they make, like, you know, on either way. We have no idea. If there are aliens out there, we have no idea anything about what they're going to be like, what kind of life forms they are. If they, you know, it's like the assumptions that they make are just, they crack me up. Like, oh, well, okay, so in our search for planets where aliens would live, this is one of them. We're just assuming that they're going to be water-based, carbon-based, whatever, you know, based on the same kind of life that we have here. And I'm like, you can't assume that. If the universe is as diverse as our planet is, how on earth could you just assume that they have to be the same kind of life that we are? Life as we know it's usually what they throw in there to kind of fix that. But it's just funny to me. It's like the assumption that all life is like our life. I'm like, I don't know about that. And then the other thing is just like they make assumptions. So it's like, oh, well, we can just assume that if they're that advanced that they're going to be peaceful. We just know those aliens are going to be peaceful because they're just going to be so much more advanced than we are. And we're not peaceful because we're not advanced. I'm like, we're pretty dang advanced. What? Oh, come on, it's going to 35. Oh. Every time I drive to the city, I have to use my cruise control in the city. If I don't, I get in trouble. It's because I'm talking. Vegas has cost me $1,700 so far. So anyway, it's like the assumptions are just funny to me. Like, I would not assume that they're going to be friendly. They might look at us like cockroaches, you know, like, those and planets infested. Like, what was it? I'm trying to remember what. I think it was one of the Star Trek movies where the aliens like spread out around the planet, and they're like, we are going to remove the carbon life forms in 24 hours. Like they could speak English, you know, somehow miraculously they could tell us that they were going to remove all the life forms. So then everybody was scrambling to figure out how to stop them from, you know, like what peace code or whatever could we do to convince them that we are the life forms on the planet. I don't know. I don't remember which one that was. It's been so long, but I remember that being one of the themes. Or the one with the whales where they came to communicate with the whales. That was a cool one. That was an 80s movie. I forget. I think it was 4. Star Trek 4. But what was it called? But it's the one where Spock is finally back. Like he's, you know. And they have to obviously, they go back in time to Earth to get 2 humpback whales because we've hunted the humpback whales to extinction. It's an enviro message thrown in there for the kids that watch the movie, you know. Don't kill all the humpbacks because we're going to need them. Make sure you save a pair of them. Hopefully we won't. In all honesty, I love animals, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm sound like such a jerk. I don't like whaling. I don't like that whole industry. I don't want them to kill all the whales, but and in fact, I think that it's, you know, from what we know, they're extremely intelligent too. So it's, you know, very disappointing when anyway. But whalers are whalers, and they do things that, you know. I think somebody, when we were talking about before, people were saying, like, because John was asking if people ate whales, and they do. In some places of the world, whales are food. So anyway, but the whole point was that it was a, you know, it was a good movie, and it brought to light some interesting things. Like maybe we assumed that the aliens were there to, you know, talk to us, but they were really there to talk to the whales. I thought that's pretty well written. Anyway, here's Las Vegas. There's the mountains surrounding Las Vegas. I've been there. This is kind of what it looks like, though. These mountains feel a lot closer than in Vegas. They seem like they were pretty far away. Oh, I took when I went out there when I was a teenager, and my mom and I took a chartered flight, one of those fly over the Grand Canyon things. And I think at the time I was probably 15 or 16, and I was scared to death. We had an 18-year-old pilot, and she was a a very young girl, and I was just, you know, I think she had just turned 18, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is the pilot? Like, she's gonna, oh, look, see, he cut it short. Not that girls can't fly. She was fine. But it just was an interesting thing. Like, it wasn't the girl part that scared me. It was the fact that she was, like, 18 years old. It's like having a kid flying you around. And there's no co-pilot. It was just her. And it was a Cessna Caravan, so it was like a 10-seater. And we were full up on the flight, and we flew out over... It was so cool. We flew out over the Grand Canyon. And, you know, it was like I think probably 2-hour flight, maybe or 2.5 hours. You fly out from Las Vegas and then go out over the desert and then into the Grand Canyon and fly around and then come back. On the way back, maybe like 5 minutes from the runway, she gets a warning that there's an airplane that has not departed from the runway, and she had to make a loop to, you know, in general, airplanes, they just fly around the airport in the pattern. Well, instead, she just made not a high G turn, but she made a turn into a circle, like a loop, to decrease her altitude and yet stay, you know, off the runway to the south side of the airport. Let's say, I don't know if she was south, east, or west, but let's pretend she's coming from the south. Instead of flying over the airport and making the pattern and coming back around down the runway and then back into the pattern, right there she just made a circle, then came down for landing, because the guy was almost off the runway, so she knew she didn't need to fly the whole pattern again. She wanted to get us down on the ground. Well, because she did that, it was like a really heavy turn. This little old lady in front of me was like, and she barfed all over the freaking cabin. I mean, all over the cabin, and she barfed like it was like washing between our feet and stuff. Oh, it was so nasty. It smelled so bad, and then I got sick. I didn't throw up, but I was like, I was done for the rest of the day. I had this horrifying, like splitting headache, and I'm just like, get me out of this airplane. And but it was funny because when we got on the ground, I guess it's funny the things you remember. Her name was Casey, and the pilot of the other plane walked over and was like, "Hey, how was everything?" She's like, "Oh, it went great, you know." And he's like, "Oh, somebody left you a present." And she was like, "Oh no!" Like, vomit comet. It was so nasty. And that was the last time I flew in a small plane. I was like, that did it for me. I'm like, I don't think I ever want to fly in a plane this small again. So I didn't. I've reduced my speed to 55. Hey, there's a country squire. Look at that. Station wagon. Now out west, you do see some of those. But once again, I hope that they fix the... They probably won't. There's probably nothing they can do because it's probably a very ingrained generation thing. Every time you drive these, every time you drive, you see these old Edsel model old-fashioned cars, the convertible. And it's like... I don't know. It's just funny to me. They must think we all drive old-fashioned cars. I think it's not that. I think it's just that's the way that the model generation works. Same thing happens in Grand Theft Auto. It's not, it's not like I'm singling this game out. A lot of games do that. Grand Theft Auto, depending on the type of car you pick, a lot of times it'll spawn cars just like yours. So if you pick a sports car, you'll see a lot of sports cars. If you pick a beater, you'll see a lot of beaters. It's just that's how every game has its generation thing. It's funny to see all those old-fashioned cars. It's like it's there all the time. Whoa, cop, close, fast. Slow down there, Bucky. This time I didn't miss the exit. Boy, this sign for Flagstaff, man. Can't wait till they add that one in. Soon. It's coming. I know they're working on it. Train yard, there we go. Train going right behind us. I can see it in the mirror. Hope I'm gonna need to get over. Alright, so we are at $33,000. This load will bring us back up into like 40 something. Pretty soon we should have enough money to pay off that loan. I don't know if you can instant pay the loan off. I think in Euro Truck Simulator you could once you had to have the amount though. You had to have the whole amount. Yeah, at some point that's going to lead to Flagstaff, I bet. There's a sign floating in the air. I swear I've been down this road before. Here I go again on my own. I'm going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. I have to sleep here soon. My guy is getting tired. Hopefully I'll run into a sleep area. Yeah, I've been here before because I remember those eagles, or the vultures, hunting dead rabbits. Oh, I'm speeding. Slow down. I'll get that cruise control working for us. Pretty. Yeah, this looks like Joshua Tree National Park. I know Joshua. I think Joshua Tree is like by Needles and Searchlight, like halfway between California and it's like in Nevada. I think it's in Nevada, but it might be California. It's probably California, but it's like in this area, like that the southern part of. I mean, those are Joshua trees right there. It's that southern part of California / Nevada area where these trees come in, and it's Joshua Tree National Park. Just like U2, one of my favorite albums of all time. Actually, interestingly, I love all the songs off of Joshua Tree, but I don't like the Joshua Tree versions. I really like the Rattle and Hum version. So if you, and not the Rattle and Hum that was released like in the store, like the CD version. I like the concert, the DVD version, the movie versions. Like I ended up recording them off when I finally got on DVD. I took it, stripped it off, and made MP3s out of them. I like the concert versions from the movie the best. Some of them are the same on the CD, but the CD throws in a lot of stuff that I don't like. Yeah, if you ever want to see, and I don't know, people, either you love or you hate U2, or you don't even know who they are if you're young. Like, well, who's U2? What was it they did that thing? I hate this intersection. They did that thing with the phone app that ticked everybody off, like they gave everybody a free album and nobody wanted it. And so they're like, who's U2? If you guys remember that, it was a couple years ago. They did it on the iPhone and it like totally torqued off everybody. This sucks. They need a stoplight here. We should be getting close to California, though. I think we probably are in California. We'll look at the map. There's the 10. Yeah, we're in California. So I was right. So that probably was. This road here. This probably was. I think Joshua Tree is here, but it might be in this area. This looks like Joshua Tree right here. So I'm thinking maybe. Well, there's none of the traffic going this way, but we got all these guys that got to. In real life, they would have to right away. So here he goes. Yep. Hang on. I'm gonna get situated here. I gotta change positions. Legs getting stiff. Oh my gosh. So anyway, if you ever want to get a real piece of the 80s and early 90s, I recommend watching the Joshua Tree. Or the Rattle and Hum. There's the train. That was the train that we saw. It's just a great concert. If you like watching bands play, it's really well filmed. It's one of those there's concert footage and then there's like a movie, and this is a movie crew that filmed a concert series, and it's so well done. Most of the movie's black and white. They do switch to color towards the end of the movie, right in the middle of Where the Streets Have No Names, which is really appropriate. And it's just a gorgeous film. Oh my gosh, we are never gonna get out of here. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna break the game. Here we go. Screw you guys. I'm going home. I can't even see. This is scary because I can't see what's coming over. Okay, there, now I can. I'm going to run over the middle part, but I don't care. All right. Busting out. They need to fix that. You would never have a freeway entrance onto a major freeway like 10 with no light. If it's this busy, there's no way. They need to fix that. There's a train. Sorry, I know I'm whining. I know I'm complaining. I know. There goes 2 more subscribers. Lost to my crabby attitude. But seriously, that's really poor. Bad. They need to fix that intersection. Hopefully they will patch it, but they probably won't. But that needs to be an overpass with on-ramps, or it needs to have a light, some kind of traffic. Which, of course, there's no lights on freeways. Anyone who's been in the United States, it's really, really rare for a freeway to end into a city, like into traffic. They either bypass with exit ramps, or they just don't. But it's really rare to have a freeway, unless it ends completely, like it's a dead end into the city, where it just turns into a regular road. But it's really rare for a freeway to have what just happened happen. Okay, look, the sleeping's on the other side. That's great. Did I pass the sleep zone? I don't remember seeing something. Let's look on the map and see what we got. Up ahead. Okay, so we got a little while to go. I think I still probably have an hour before I have to rest. Yeah, an hour and 16 minutes. So we're doing okay. We'll get to that stop. And we definitely need I'm sorry, diesel. There you go. That's just for you guys. Steve Learman, you were about to panic because I was about to say diesel. Yes, I know it's not gas. I know these trucks run on diesel, which is a gas mix, a gas oil mix, appropriate for cooling the entrance or the engine entrance. We are going to El Centro, so this works out good. Oh. I try to eke up these ramps if there's traffic at the top, so I don't start sliding back down. We can go to Eichenberg. I left my heart in El Centro. I know I gotta find a place to sleep. But you must. Yeah, let me see where the sleepy place is. Thank you. It unfortunately looks like it's on the other side of the map. So, or the street, not the map. I'm getting tired. It's getting late. Well, there's Gaz. There's a rest area. Whoa. What's up, Lely?
I'm finishing a level of Star Wars with Chubb, but as you know, the original Star Wars non-split screen doesn't work too well.
Non-split screen? What do you mean?
Because it says it doesn't have split screen. You try to walk somewhere else.
Oh, you're playing the Star Wars game.
Yes.
I thought you were doing...
Lego Star
Okay.
Wars. It's because when two characters try to walk a different way, it kind of like stops them, and one of the characters gets
Yeah.
mad.
17 hours remaining. We should be fine. So we're going to go to sleep.
Night night.
Good night. I love you, Seth.
Daddy, I've been calling myself Pops entirely. And
Pops?
I'm going to punch her in the face because of it.
Give me a kiss. Good night. Can you tell Ryan to turn... Can you give me a glass of ice water, Pee-wee? It's the dead of night. Or, Seth, could you get me a glass of ice water? What? Yeah.
Wait, what?
But, yeah, we stayed up late tonight and had fun. Fun was had by all. So now we need to cross the road and get Gaz. Can you turn the thermostat down a little bit? Oh, what the heck? Why did I start rolling backwards? It's flat here. It's really hot in here. 277 for regular premium and 281 for diesel. For Vin Diesel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I going to make it? No, I'm not. Oh, I got hung up. It's kind of a narrow spot you have here for semi-trucks. I gotta... Oh, crap. What the heck? We're gonna have to back onto the road. This is dangerous. I'm gonna have an accident. This is as far over as I can get. I really don't see how I'm going to do this. This is really... I should have left my trailer... Well, we'll see. That might do it. That might do it right there. Kink it out right here and see if we can get it straight. Oh, 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 I'm getting that post. Oy. Oh, don't break my truck. 5%. That's okay. We had 4% a while ago, so I think it was just road. That's just regular road wear and tear. Okay, we made it. Wow, that was a little scary there. Not a textbook parking job. Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry? Cry, baby, cry. If I can have some. Dump this out, keep the ice, and get me that. Diet Cherry Pepsi. That means I'm going to record another 3 or 4 episodes tonight. See, the truth of the matter is, I'm going crazy. I've been up for too long. I went to bed late last night because I played, and then I got up at... I went to, let's see, I probably went to bed at, not too late, but like 2 o'clock, which is late for, usually I go to bed at 1:30, so it wasn't like super late. But then I got up, I just woke up at 9. I was like, oh, 9 o'clock, I'm up, which is fine. And I got all my work done this morning. I worked until, well, 7 o'clock at night, but still. And then we had spaghetti. My wife makes really good spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, it's so good. And so I had that, and then I went to the party. No, I'm just kidding. I laid down on the couch for a minute because Mater, well, it was like wanting to snuggle. So I was okay. So he's playing with the little Legos and sitting on top of me, and I'm like a beached whale on the couch. And all of a sudden, I'm next thing I know, it's like 7:30, and I'm like, oh, my wife's like my wife. She's babysitting her friend's kids this weekend, so she's gonna stay overnight there. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, my daughter's handing me some Pepsi, and I'm driving off the road. Don't text and drive, children. So anyway, she's staying overnight, so I was like, so she was leaving, and I'm like, oh, okay, see you later. You know, she's like, bye. And that reminds me, she never called. Well, she got there fine. Anyway, oh, she texted, that's right. So I'm thinking, wow, my poor wife is out there stranded somewhere, and I didn't ignore her. So anyway, I was like, oh, that works out good. I'll have some coffee, and I'll just stay up late and play and record. And Mark wanted to play, so I played Call of Duty with him till 11. And I think now it's a little bit after midnight, so we could go for a little while longer. I still have to split it up into episodes, but... Oh, I'm sorry. It's freaking 1 o'clock. Okay, that's why I'm getting tired. So I'll probably stay up till 2, and then get up and maybe record some more tomorrow morning. I have a couple projects I need to work on, but I think I'm going to take the day off. You know what? Once again, it's been a long time since I've had a day off, and I've gotten my pretty much caught up. Pretty much. Not totally, though, but there is work I could do, but I feel like I just want to take the day off. 12 of 20, California dreaming. Wonder if there's a bonus or something when I hit the 100% mark. What's the matter, Seth? So anyway, I think I've said this before on my channel, but I'm super excited. Mark is going to be coming home.
He passed it?
Well, as long as he passes his test, he's still going to be taking that. So we'll see what happens. But he'll be able to pass. He's awesome. He's going to pass. I know it. No, because I'm recording. You can go to bed if you want. Alright, so here we are in El Centro. What's that? American Truck Simulator. Ats. Oh, and it makes sense. We're going to a farm. We're delivering a grain silo. So here it is. Nice snort there, Seth. What's that little noise, little? That's the rest of it there, Ev? Thanks, sweetie. Living high on the hog. I got a cherry Pepsi. Got a couple cute kids sitting down here with me, even though they're supposed to be asleep. I did say that. You're right. I'm not going to deny it. I said you could stay up.
Mom's not here.
The cat's away. The mice are going to stay up all night. Or at least for another 40 minutes or so. I don't know. This might have been a mistake. I thought I could come in here and eke my way around. We'll see. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight.
No, it's not.
I'm going to have to jackknife it a bit.
You're gonna have to.
The good news is this trailer won't jackknife until it's like we got ways to go until we jackknife. Okay, right about there. Oops.
The guy's name.
What?
The guy's name.
Turbo? Steve Graham? What are you talking about, Seth?
Yeah. Awesome. You're gonna have an Austin Power moment.
Oh, Austin Powers 3-point turn. I think I'm getting stuck on the hay bales. This was a really bad idea.
How did he flip it and get his car in
Just use that torque to whip that thing around. And here we go. No damage. No damage.
My truck has 6 damage.
That was realistic. That's really what you do in real life.
6 damage.
My truck is damaged, yes, you're correct. I actually damaged it more. But it needs to be repaired anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Unfortunately, we went from a place where there's no city to a place where there's no city right now, so I've got to find a repair. But to end this episode, we'll get to the repair place. And, hang on, Seth. Let me park. It's really loud right now because I'm backing up and I can't hear what you're saying. T. I think I like it. 13,000.
You know why you should help Ryan fix his computer?
1 second. All right, so we didn't go up a level, but we've made a lot of. We got $46,000 now, so we're getting close to being able to pay off that loan. Hopefully, we'll see. Let's take a look at the bank. We'll take a look at the stats, and we also need to run into town. So we have El Centro. See, there's no repair station in El Centro. Urgh, at least, nope. We're skunked, man. I can't repair my truck.
You have to go up the road.
Right? Unless maybe they're not. They're not showing. I don't see. No, there's one in San Diego. So let's see if we can pick up a.
Go to San Diego.
Hmm.
San Diego. Oh, is that real time?
What?
Or game time?
Game time.
Okay, good.
So we need to. Well, let's see what we have.
How long to get from one place to another?
That's a bummer. Oh, I wanted to look at this too. Sorry.
Hey, Dad, he's
If we go to the bank,
Pepsi. We're drinking Pepsi.
see, there isn't. We can repay it because I owe 42 and I've got 46. So let's get to town first. Actually, no, we could go to. I'm telling you what. Let's see. Why do I have a $400,000 loan? That's weird. I can borrow $450. Oh, okay. So let's repay. So I now have no money, but I can borrow $500,000. But I can only borrow $400,000. Really? Okay, that kind of sucks. So let's go to a truck dealership. So we're gonna at the end of this episode. Actually, we're gonna start a new episode. So let's leave it there. I've paid off my loan. I've got my truck, and we're gonna sell this truck now and move to a nice truck. Not nice. This is a nice truck, but we're gonna move to a newer truck. And also expand our business and buy 2 more trucks if we can afford it. I'll probably be able to get 1 more truck. So I'll be able to, let me think about this. With $400,000, yeah, I'll be able to buy 2 trucks. And, oh.
Okay.
Don't leave. I'll be able to buy 2 trucks and also, anyway. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you on the road. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to thumbs up if you like. And I'm so glad you guys are here, having fun. Next episode to be in. Amen.